Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. And while most of the Dalmatian coast here, and as you can see also parts of southern Italy and western Greece, Albania and so on, still ravaged by disease, we were kind of spared, luckily, probably due to our very high plague resistance in our capital and Split, that is at 90 currently. Lots of factors going into this, yeah, also because Voinomir here is doing his job, right? That's what he planned to do, so he's doing good on that. He's doing good on many things, actually, and that has led him to believe that he can outsmart almost everyone. And that led from him to, being this flatterer. Initially, he was kind of like looking up to everyone around him, and thinking that he could only be that kind of grand person if he cozied up to everyone. And that kind of did the trick for him, but now he has become comfortable in his role as Kralj. He's ruling with more confidence now. So that's this kind of shift in character. In other news, we are still promoting the legend of the most saintly life of Kralj Josip. And it's going okay now. It took a while to take off, but now it's going okay. And I'm not sure if we can ever bring this to level 3. I guess you'll be very lucky if we reach 100 here, then upgrade once, and then probably stopping it. By that time, we'll probably have reached most of Croatia. But we can have a look. Maybe we can even make it a bit further. That would depend, though, on if the other kingdoms or the Kaiser and so on would allow us to spread our legend into their lands. That's a hypothetical. Okay. In the meantime, as I loaded the save game, something happened, and I'm not sure why it happened, but it did. And that is that our son, Josip, is actually now our main heir. Like, I didn't do anything. It's not my fault. Didn't do any kind of weird cheat or something. That just happened when I loaded the game. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I guess that was his plan all along. He does not or did not trust his son Adam to lead the whole Kraljevstvo. Mainly due to his malicious side, right? He's being deceitful and so on. He's being actually a very good administrator, right? No, not very good. Government efficiency is -24, but he's a good steward. That's and that's probably one of the main qualities that you would want to have in a ruler. But then his whole hard-headed nature, right? That's working against him. The two of them probably didn't see eye to eye when it came to his upbringing. He was brought up by his father himself, right, by Voinomir. And I think there's some lingering tensions there, even though they like each other in terms of opinion. Right? And he still wants well for his son. I guess that's the takeaway from that. He wants well for Adam, but in a role where he can actually do good. And I think he found that role in being the Ban of Upper Bosnia. That's where he can now shine, bring his qualities forward while not having to act on his deficiencies. And he too has 2 sons, right? That's actually quite the thing. Although, they're both both have inherited his witless nature, with little Voinomir here being jumbled. And Franjo here being just witless, generally witless. All right, okay, so but that's actually big, right? So our son Josip here is now regarded as our main heir to the Kraljevstvo of Illyria, the Banovina of Rashka, and the Banovina of Dalmatia, and that is essentially all that we got. So that's great. I still think we should follow that up by giving him the opportunity to marry. Oh, by the way, yeah, we can drill him a little. I guess rough terrain expert is something we want to instill in him. because you're mostly fighting in mountains and so on. So that's a very good trait for him to have. But then, yeah, we would also want for him to find a wife. But that's apparently going to be difficult. Like, I had a look around. Yeah, obviously we don't want someone that's too old for him. I had a look around and I did not find anyone where I thought, oh yes, that's it. Quite difficult apparently, because there's not too many options when it comes to the tier that we are on the king level tier. And yeah, I see lots and lots of options here, obviously, but nothing really that makes me think, oh yes, that is the best match we can possibly find for him. There's still the option, of course, of marrying the last of Kralj Stjepan's line of the Trpimirović family tree. That is very much an option. I think, though, that in Voinimir's thinking, like, he wants what he had, right? He was paired with Kumica early on. They got along very well, and she was his bedrock for the longest time. And I think he doesn't like the fact that now she's away. Well, I guess he's happy that she can do something with her talent, right? As we do see, she's an amazing governor. At the same time, he probably wishes she would still be around with him. And he would want something similar for his son. Maybe at the same time not even acknowledging the fact that his son might have different ideas about that. And he might. But that is probably something he would want for him. Yeah, that being said, he's still 12. There is still time, right? We don't have to do that right now. Although at some point we should act on this. So watching this and seeing if this is going to retreat anytime soon. Ah, there we go. Yeah, we went outside and the first direct hit to the body wins, and apparently that makes him a rough terrain expert now. Good for him. Ah, Adam was swayed. We don't need to do that anymore then. Is there anything else we can do? Can we ingratiate another family? Have we ingratiated them? Where is that option? There we go. Oh, that's a political scheme, right? So I can still use a personal scheme. I don't know which one I would use anyway. Okay, so yeah, let's finish the medicine, focus the whole of body line of traits, and get whole of body here. So yeah, I think he would like to grow old, I guess. That's something that's on his mind. He would want to grow old because he wants to see his younger children growing up. He wants to prepare them as best as he can for rulership. So, tell me, Highness, my vassal Udaldrich's voice snaps me out of my thoughts. Oh, yeah, I was just thinking about things. And I find him waving his hand, the quill spilling ink over the floor. What about that time that Kali Voinomir defeated Basilos Romanos de Juravo? Hello, that's me. That surely is worth adding to his legend. All the legend stuff is quite messed up, right? It's really hard to make any sense of what's happening in these events. Yeah. So obviously that would be a good choice here, right? We gain some prestige and so on. But he's humble. If he's really about like adding some I don't know what you would even say, something to the chronicle that they're creating here. Or this legend that's about his brother's deeds, right? I don't think he would want to be in there. Again, that's just his humble nature, right? So I don't feel the need to bring it up again. There we go. Oh yeah, we still have the deer. Those deer are still around. And Knez Aliovsini married. Good for him. So, what else is new? Oh, the market reeks, but one stall smells oddly pleasant. Fresh sachets, best herbs, the merchant calls, pressing a pouch into my hand. Keeps Romanos' pox at bay. It does smell promising, though the price is steep. Yeah, are we... One couldn't hurt. Yeah. Obviously, when it comes to his profligate nature, that makes sense. Though he's also cynical and quite advanced in the field of medicine. So, yeah, maybe he would know that these don't really work. One couldn't hurt. Protective sachet. I guess, again, that's nice for having that modifier. But I think his cynical nature here and his own advanced expertise in medicine would make him think that, no, this is not going to help. Yes, and it's on the retreat. Great stuff. Right. I think after this whole scare here, he might want to visit his wife, actually. Oh, as I step over the threshold to my personal physician Stefania's office, I find her bent deeply over a book. The translation of Hildegard of Bingen is atrocious, she says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I am as likely to cure my patient as I am to kill them outright. Oh dear. I think that's not Hildegard from Bingen's time anyway, right? God. I'm gonna just quickly look that up on Wikipedia. Hildegard von Bingen. Oh no, it is actually her time, right? She was born in 1098 and died in 1179. So yeah, okay. But I'm not sure she would be quote-unquote published by that time. Anyways. So she's translating a medicinal book as far as I understand it. And I guess he would just help her, right? That's a Bohemia thing to do here. Very practical, very hands-on, quick help. If he can help, then he will. Okay. Guessing I'm going to wait until most of these things are... Oh, by the way, yeah, I could just go by sea, right? Anyways, okay, so what I will do is... So, let me check. There we go. Travel to partner location. There you go. Don't need these, I guess. In order to just... Oh, we do. Okay. Well, in that case, we just get a nice captain to help us. And there we go. Yeah, by the way, as we walk through the church in Šibenik, I overhear a group of travelers talking quietly to one another. One of them, a man, starts describing and comparing it with his journey to Cologne. I can't help but listen in on the conversation as he continues going into detail about the fantastic things he saw in Cologne. Looking around, I can only imagine how much better it must be than the dainty side I see here. Well, I don't think he would call his surroundings a dainty side. Would we be interested in that? Possibly doing a pilgrimage to Cologne? I guess it's not out of the question. But, Nah, I guess that's not currently on our mind. Going on a pilgrimage would mean leaving Illyria for quite a while. And I don't think he would do something like that unless his sons were growing up. And yeah, could be keeping things in order while he was gone. After a long journey, I finally arrived in Charso. I can now make love to my wife, Kraljica Kumica, and attend to other matters while I'm here. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll stay for a bit. Oh, and now things happen. First of all, our sister has died of heart failure. She was 55. Gordana. And... oh, interesting. Now, her daughter... Mathilde is the new Banica of Croatia, which is quite interesting. House Pitten, is he actually... No, he just has a claim. Ah, his brother is the count. Okay, well, I'll take it. As we do now, we do get along with our nieces from that side very well. And then we have the powerful bears and the tiger. My lord, a message from your adventurer, Ansel Perga, the servant says, handing me a scroll. My search has led me to the tiger of Pudoj. Pudoj? Yeah, I don't know. They are notoriously bear-infested, but I have good reason to think that my goal is near. Expect my return soon. Signed, Ansel Berger, the scroll reads. She surely is ambitious to choose such a risky path. I'm also very amazed by how well we are able to communicate with someone deep in the taiga. But, yeah. I'll take it. But there we go, right? When I did this, I said this is very much a gamble because she did have such low prowess, and yeah. When these adventure things come up, you always have to do prowess-related things. Gains wounded, 60%, gains wounded. Cautious, yeah, just be cautious about it, I guess. Just don't do weird things. You don't need to be the hero. Finally, the plague has left the realm, and they must take this as an opportunity to rise from the chaos it left in its wake. Yes, we will spend money on the recovery. Right, there we are. Oh yeah, I did not do this so far, right? There we go. She greets me courteously with a ringing voice while a wave of sudden strong desire rushes through me. Ah, he was anticipating this more than she had, apparently. Maybe she's fine, right? Maybe in her mind, she's probably glad to be able to do something on her own. And, yeah, I guess, but they still like each other very much. While stopping by a tavern in Charso, I met the friendly owner named Viola and engaged in conversation with her. She told me to beware of fraudulent peddlers selling false relics to naive Christian pilgrims and travelers, as they have been increasingly common in the area. There's much profit to be made in duping the easily dupable, who don't know much about the real history of this place, Viola explains. You won't believe what fanciful tales people will believe about holy priests and other sacred figures who never existed. When they tell me about it, I have to correct them and ruin their excitement. But someone has to do it. Okay. Well. Okay, then tell me about the real history of this place, I guess. I had to do a quick cut here because I thought my microphone was not working correctly, but apparently it does, so it's alright. Here we go. Anyways, so where were we? I guess we were about to go home, because we can do that. So, yeah, I guess there's not much else we could do here, so we might as well just go home. Bye-bye, my love. What was that? Oh, now he is my player. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Ah, heir to the Gusic family. I see. Heir to the Gusic family. Is it possible for me to say, found your own house? Because that is the kind of thing that I was worried about. That he would then be house head. Oh, and he... Ah, I guess someone else is now in the line of succession again. Yeah, Dragos of Slavonia. Alright. I find conversation with Auntie simply a delight, and she seems to feel the same way. We have so much in common, it often feels like we share a mind. During our lesson today, she hangs on to my every word, truly a child worth calling my niece. Oh, that's wonderful. Good for her. Oh, yeah, okay. Alcohol. I guess we'll just do the polite thing of just comparing it to other alcohols we've seen in the vast repertoire that our brother left for us that we want nothing to do with. Still so many alliances I could take there, but again, that's all. None of these I really do need. Oh, that was not the one I wanted to look for. Or do I? Maybe it's time to do that hunt, finally. Let's just take a second to look at who is gone. We need a new antiquarian. And I guess we could leave the honor of providing one to Nada. Could also have a personal champion, court poet, high almoner. Should we let him do this, by the way? Yeah, this is again going to be very, very costly. I guess currently we're fine, right? 43, yeah, started at 38 earlier. Maybe let's do this for a moment. Try to find other people that could help us. Promote. Why is this still open, by the way? Ah, okay, there's still the remnants of the other one here, the Romanos Holy Fire. Do we still have people at court that are affected by consumption? Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, good stuff. Okay. I guess something happened. Oh. Again, now he's the... Okay. And he's not the heir to the family either. I guess whenever there is an heir for the Kraljevstvo in our family, they will also automatically be the heir to the family then. Yeah. I guess that's the case. While our son is still not 16, I can't promote him or anything, but I will certainly do that once he comes of age. And then that should not be a problem. I receive a missive from an adventurer who's been in the crisp lands of the Tiger Forests. There she is. Still, I have spent some while surrounded by the finest company a journeywoman could ask for. A colony of beavers. Oh, she's gone mad. With this courier, I sent to you a book of sketches of the structures they use to catch fish in the waters. Oh, to be a semi-aquatic rodent. Okay. I kind of like this idea, like, he will earnestly go through this. Yeah. And then I have... Paying money for it, and then... will be of higher quality. I shall funds to extend your travels. I think this one is still the one... That option here kind of sounds nicer to me. Like something that he would do. Like trying to get behind what this woman is doing there. Right. Oh yeah, by the way. Kralj Josip's mace. I did some weird thing, right? Like I renamed that one here Kralj Josip's mace. While I already had one that was named Kralj Josip's mace. And then I got confused. So that's huh? Can't I? Oh, interesting. I can't open the tooltip from here. That's weird. I guess I can do it that way. That was a tiny but elegant inscription runs on its side, dedicating it in loving memory of Prvaneg. Oh, that's nice. So it doesn't only remind us of our brother, but also of our father. So what do we do with the other one then? Maybe that is something to give to our son, Adam. Right? I guess he could use it. He's not the best fighter. And that would show him that he's still in our thoughts. Right? Oh yeah, that is not a genre, by the way. What is it then? Where's the beaver thing? Palaces of the Beavers. Building construction time minus 15%. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if that's something we terribly need. How about the house embroidery ribbon, by the way? And I guess at some point we should start repairing some of these. Yeah, all in good time. It is July. Shall we actually finally go and have a look at those deer? I think as we did see, it's mighty expensive doing this. 186 gold. But I guess... increase success chance. I guess our success chance will be good enough. We don't need that. Yeah, I guess not many people coming. Poor in health. He is part of the clergy. Female. All makes sense. Yeah, I guess if he is going to hunt, then he also wants to make the kill. I think that's something he wants to do. And then I guess we can just start the hunt. All right. This Adam is coming. Not our son, Adam. No, he is coming. Okay, good. There we are. Right. 6 months. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I guess we'll stay here over the winter. And then do that in early spring, which is fine. Yeah, another wedding. That's good. He's gonna stay like that for months on end. Stay there with his bow drawn. Yeah, she gave away a title. Ingratiate family was a success. Good stuff. Can we switch to a different family then? Have we done that with him? I guess so. Summon to war? What? What war? Where's the war? Huh? Yeah, let me do that again. We can make him go to war. That is interesting. Okay. Weird. Anyways, did not know I could do that. Lord Godzelo. Alright, yeah, of the famous Basel family. Yeah, you can be ingratiated too. You can feel like you're part of the realm. It seems that the efforts of my steward in the Jupania of Machva have finally paid off. The local people have been persuaded by his silver tongue and swayed by the prestige of my court. Great stuff. Okay, so now we have another province here in Machva, which is yeah, I guess for the time being that's alright. It is part of the theme of Machva. There we go. Can I actually... I have one of 2 required counties. Damn it. Okay. So I guess... But why? It has like 2 in total, right? It's Beograd and Machva. And... I am on 5... legitimacy. Is that because I'm administrative that I don't get the benefits of that? Weird. But, no worries. We can just go ahead and let him convince Beograd. So what do we do with this then? Do we give that to someone? I think we should. But I guess I could keep that for the moment and maybe then think about giving that to our son Prvaneg or even to Josip. Then again, I think he would like to have him close. Yeah. Oh, there we go. My liege, the adventurer Anselberger sends word. The servant exclaims, holding out a letter. For 10 days and 10 nights, me and my party have been hiding. The bandit lord Kure has set a blockade on the road we must travel. What do you advise? Caution, or should we fight them, trusting God to keep us safe? Signed, Anselberger. Yeah, so it probably would take a year or two for that message to arrive, and then for our message to get back, but we will... I don't know. No, that's probably not what we do. Sending money. I guess. Laying low. Oh, there we go. Even gained some progress. Alright, that's our niece Helena. Her husband, the Duke of Flanders. Yeah, that's fine. How's it going? About to begin. Oh! What happened to her? She's with us, here. Does she have a rivalry? No. Maybe she got... Maybe that happened on the road. Okay. It's a lovely day for a hunt, which means it's a nice day to be outside. As I fill my lungs with the fresh air of the wilderness, I spot in the distance what can only be a gift from all nature's dedication to Jesus. So many useful herbs and beautiful flowers, both for healing and malicious intents. But I'm here to hunt, picking Esther might raise some eyebrows. No, I don't think he's that concerned about that. He's not going to steal from Dragos either. Every hunter loses opinion of you. Is that... I guess the flatterer in him would have definitely said I need to keep up with appearances. But the wily person, I'll be like, I might be able to use that somehow. So, I'm getting it. My party and I stalk through a copse, eyes peeled for any sign of a stag. From the canopy above, a soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. It is a nestling screeching for its mother. An agile huntsman brings down a fluffy eyas, an unfledged raptor chick, from the oak. What luck! Only young birds caught in the wild can be properly trained to hunt. Oh, that's very nice. That could be a nice gift for Kumica, right? Why do I get stressed because I'm humble? And I don't get stressed from being humble when I just take it for myself. No, I think it's very nice giving her a gift. Like, she arrived wounded and stuff. Maybe giving her something nice will lift her spirits. My current master, Drislav, is the first to spot its... I don't know why he's spotting. The flighty male is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the dense trees. It locks eyes with me and, almost as though the animal senses my intent, suddenly takes off in a flash of brown fur. Right. I guess, as a wily person, we try to corner it, right? Or what do we do here? No, ambush it. Yeah. Oh? Why did that happen? Ugh. Like all game, the slippery stag has many tricks, blanches and ruses that can fool even experienced hunters. My courtier Theodore has halted the party. The male has been standing perfectly still in the dense trees, unflinchingly getting behind us, even under the dogs' noses. There is no agreement to which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. Yeah, I think he likes to do these things on his own, right? Depending on his own mind. And in this case, it was not good. Damn it. But still, we watch for the stag from our concealed bowline, tensing with anticipation as the flushes, cries, and baying hounds grow louder. The brown male suddenly leaps into the clearing ahead, teeth flailing, charging straight towards us in terror. Oh dear. I guess everyone's going to, right? I'm not going to shoot it myself, would I? No, that was my first instinct, right? The leader in him telling people to shoot. There we go, we got a renowned skull. That's not much. Should we send that to the Kaiser? Oh, he already likes us. And he's excommunicated. We don't send gifts to excommunicated Kaisers. There you go. No, I couldn't do that. The Archon's election. As you journey through the rugged mountains of Duklja, your party stumbles upon a group of local Archons, the noble leaders of the region. They are in the process of electing a new leader amongst themselves, a rare practice of democracy in this feudal age. Nedelko, a respected Archon, invites you to observe this unique event. He explains that each Archon casts a stone, white for approval and black for disapproval, into a box. The candidate with the most white stones becomes the new leader. You could participate in this event or just observe and learn. Oh, that is actually interesting for him, I think. Yeah, I think he would watch the process, not interfere, see what he can take away from it. Another person that we could sponsor. Master by her peers, armor. 78 to make a shield. A shield is something we can put on the wall, and I don't think we have that much to put on the wall anyway. Or nothing. So I guess we can do that. We don't even have... No, we do have the house banner. Where's that then? We should put that here, right? There's our proud goose. There you go. Can't even see it. Cool. Ah, right, okay, yeah, we got this. We got the pressed foxglove, right? I find a rare moment alone with Ante, giving out my usual lessons on matters both worldly and pious, but the girl seems to have something else on her mind. I've been fascinated with your illustration. I've been fascinated with your illustrious house, uncle. Can you tell me some of the legends of the House of Gušić? Yeah. I'm not sure he would say that he's a sort of legend. More like to be loyal to you, unless, of course, that serves a purpose. That is something else, right? He would not brag. But if he thinks that gets her on his side, then he would use that, right? The wily person that he is. Okay, back home. Got a perk. Oh yeah. Right. I guess we're very healthy now. Oh, but you do see here he does get minus points for aging. Oh, and what is happening to our wife? Wounded and ill. Oh, that's rather serious now, right? I mean, she's holding up. Oh, yeah, okay, that is switched again. But I guess that will change once he comes of age. Son has learned High German. Also learned Italian. I guess he already speaks these things. Ah, right, there we go. I guess we don't need to learn Ethiopic. But he could also learn Italian. My vassal, Župan Udalrich, greets me at court this morning, eager with news on the tip of his tongue. I just quickly have to let my cat out the door. There we go. My Kralj, I believe that your vassal Ban Borislav is almost convinced of the veracity of the most saintly life of Kralj Josip. He's aware of the tale and seems entirely enraptured by it, but is unconvinced of the truth behind it. Uh-huh. Well, I guess we couldn't persuade him. There we go. That should be good. We're at 50 now. And I guess that's almost like half of our realm. I would definitely want to go to 100. Thing is, then we only have this like 50% chance of getting the building, which is something we definitely would want to have. But yeah, I don't see us making 300 in time. Time disappears in Magdalen's armory, drinking Retsina as we excitedly discuss a shield she is forging for me. Am I imagining things, or is there an indescribable tension? I don't think he would go for that. I think he's too loyal for that. Well, it's been a success. Anyone else here on the list? Anyone who doesn't like us? Oh yeah. Oh. She does not. How come? Can't ingratiate her, but I can sway her, of course. Ah, there we go. An inspiration. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's dedicate this to Kumica. Oh, he died being ill. Oh, another Shubich. Oh, they are becoming, right? That is worrying. That is very worrying indeed. Like, they are 200 points now. We're 204. Okay. Ooh, who do we take as steward? Not many great options here, I would say. I guess what we could do is picking either Diminica or Adam. I think we could go for Diminica. There we go. Oh yeah, right. By the way, we can also look into... okay, that doesn't look to me like these terribly neat. I guess it's because the the control has a slight minus, probably. Oh, the family gathered this evening in Split's Great Hall for a feast, and it did not go well right from the outset. The air was full of tension. Then, almost without warning, my young hostage Ante began to argue with my middle son Josip. Why? I'm not entirely certain, but Josip's ongoing bullying of Ante was undoubtedly responsible. Their shouts grew louder and louder, echoing over the general din, until finally Ante leapt on him and began scratching at his face. I attempted to intervene, but it was already too late. The rest of the family pulled them apart, and Josip stormed out of the hall. Now the two have become bitter rivals. Oh dear. And we do know that Josip would not let go of something like this. Oh dear. Oh, by the way, he and his brother are friends. That's quite nice, is it? And Prvaneg is also friends with Helena. Maybe that is the connection I make here. Not with Josip, but with Prvaneg. Right? I guess what we could do is arrange an introduction. Is she even on the list here? Yeah, there she is. And she would allow for that, and then the two of them would meet. Oh, and she's hunting. But that is in 3 months. I think I can do that before that then. Let's do it like this. There we go. The invitation has been accepted and Lady Helena is on her way to Split. Prvaneg at least is pleased when I present the news of his potential future wife. She's coming here to meet me? He asked excitedly. She's a friend of mine. Yeah, we know. Nice of the mod to consider this. Then he paused, considering, but what if she doesn't like me? Does that mean we won't be married, even after she comes all this way? We shall see, I say. And that was enough to placate Prvaneg's worries, at least for the time being. She is. Lady Helena finally arrived at Split early in the day and was quickly greeted in the castle courtyard by none other than Prvaneg himself. Fortunately, he still seems pleased by the idea of the visit and what it potentially represents, and the initial exchanges as he bade her welcome did nothing to dispel that. Meanwhile, Lady Helena was cordial and well-mannered. If anything, she was eager to get things underway. The actual introduction will begin in 2 days' time, where both of them spend time alone and get to know each other better. After Lady Helena and her retainers were put up for the night, I held a small dinner in the Great Hall. A chance, I thought, for Prvaneg and the lass to speak before the more formal introduction tomorrow. It went better than I'd hoped. I'm uncertain how well Lady Helena ordinarily behaves on such occasions, but tonight she was clearly in high spirits, laughing and bantering with everyone, at ease even though far from home. She made what could have been a quiet and awkward dinner into a delightful event, and in a way it felt as if she was already part of the family. More to the point, Prvaneg noticed and approved. Let's hope this momentum carries on into tomorrow's introduction. There we go. When the morning arrives, Lady Helena presents herself in the throne room, primed and preened and ready to spend the day with Prvaneg. She appears nervous, which is understandable, considering the eyes of the entire Illyrian court are on her. If she has any reservations, she at least has the grace to not let them show. As for Prvaneg, he is far less guarded about his opinion. He has been beaming brightly at Helena from the moment she appeared, clearly eager to get the day started. While the court watches, Prvaneg steps forward and takes her out of the chamber. His plan is to spend the day touring the castle grounds, apparently. The introduction is about to begin. Okay. Oh, it was a 90% chance, right? The day that Prvaneg and Helena spent in each other's company turned out to be a disaster. According to those who kept watch, neither seemed to care for the other right from the start. They toured the castle and the surrounding lands, Prvaneg reportedly explaining the history of everything with great detail, and oblivious to the fact Helena was completely uninterested. She barely spoke at all, except to sigh or yawn. They were like oil and water, with not a single spark to be seen. By the time the sun set, it was already clear this was no match. That's a shame. I had hoped for this. I guess friendship does not translate to being good couples. That's something to learn for Voinomir, who thought that would definitely be the case. Maybe they're just wrong, right? Is he so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. And we go to the hunt. That our niece is hosting. There we go. Falconry. And look who's here. Oh dear. She has 3 nemesis. Is that even possible in the game? Apparently it is. It's the first time I've seen that. Jesus Christ. He's like the most hated person that ever existed. And now she's here. And I'm... Oh, right. Okay, no, she is not here. Okay, I guess that's good for her. I guess for any of her nemesis being there, they are at risk of dying here. Ay, ay, ay. Ah! Well, our pedagogy trait worked on our son. Oh, there we go. Josip is still young, but aware he's already old enough for a betrothal to be just around the corner. If I marry, I want to marry for love, he boldly declared at the dinner table one evening. Father, you wouldn't force me to marry someone against my wishes, would you? It's become increasingly evident that my son isn't terribly interested in chasing after girls. Perhaps this sudden interest in independence stems from that. The question is whether this should be encouraged. It is the responsibility for members of our dynasty to marry and have children after all. Though, perhaps that can wait? Josip is still very young, and it seems very intent on having his way on the matter. I mean, we've just seen that apparently this is something we can't just force on our children because they have a mind of their own. Like when Bohemia was young and he had to marry Kumica, right? There was no like, okay, do you want that or not? Although I'm not sure. Did we arrange an introduction at the time? I think we just went on with the marriage, right? Oh, I'm not sure now. I'm not sure. Remind me. Anyway, I think he sees that his sons have this kind of like strong will of their own, and for Josip that's definitely true as well. And he would be very confident when he says that. He's not like, father, can I please not marry? No, he would be like, yeah, if I marry, I would do that for love, so can we not do that now? And I guess in that case, he would be like, alright, son, your marriage can wait. And now you're best friends. Oh. Look at that. The party is called to assemble as dawn breaks over the camp in the flatlands near Ston. With any luck, we'll find a group of bastards, and our falcons will have great sport. Bastards. Silly. My falcon has completely disappeared from my view, and looking all around the landscape, I see nothing. Then I hear it screeching out for me, and I find it perched with blood dripping from its talons, though there is no sign of any other beast nearby. Clearly, my falcon has recently gotten into a fight with something too big for it to take on by itself, and it must be nearby. Oh, let's find the beast. The success chance increased. I guess everyone's here that normally cannot go to hunts. So they're like, yay, we finally get to do something, even if it's with birds. Banica Claudia's game master signaled the party to hush. We have arrived at the release spot. Okay. So where are the bastards? Where are those bastards? Banica Claudia watches excitedly as her falcon identifies a target and takes wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. The bastards are none the wiser as my falcon scans the ground from high above. It swoops like a bolt of lightning. The quarry scrambles for cover, but it is already too late. Yes. I guess we did it. Successful hunt. There we are. A little feather. And I bonded with, I guess, him, Borislav. Oh, there we go. Zetveni Obichai, the Harvest Festival. While traveling through the fertile plains of Zachlumia, you and your party are invited by a group of peasants to partake in the Zetveni Obichai, a local harvest festival. The fields are ripe with golden wheat ready to be harvested. The peasants explain that it's a tradition for everyone in the village to help with the harvest, followed by a grand feast with music and dance. Lucia, right? A robust woman with sun-browned skin beckons you to join them. She promises a hearty meal and the finest local spirits in return for your help. You could spend the day working under the sun or simply move on with your journey. He's not that diligent a man, right? And he's definitely, well, he's a king, right? So, but I guess he could have a look into those songs that they sing. He is interested in learning something. That's his thing. Oh, let's have a look. My Krali, my beneficiary Anselperga, announces her arrival in a surprisingly loud voice. She proudly holds up a package securely wrapped in cloth. I return from Eastern Europe with an artifact from my journey. I take the bulky bundle into my hands and loosen the cords before peeling layer after layer of fabric. Inside is an artifact unlike anything I have seen before. Anselperga says proudly, an elegant reliquary containing a holy relic, the loincloth of Jesus. Wow. Now that would definitely be something huge. Magnificent. And the gamble paid off. Oh, where is she now? Alright, okay, yeah, she's back. Okay. Anselperga. Is there anything we could do for her now that she's done so well? I guess we can keep her at court. Can we... I mean, she's old, right? So, yeah. I guess there's... can marry off to someone equally, or like, older than her. In Vitor. Which is actually something I might do, because then there would be some kind of security for her. Alright. Right. I guess that is something for display. And I guess it's much better than St. Catherine's shin. So, there we go. The loincloth of Jesus. Get much more piety now. And more court grandeur bonus. Zealot vassal tax contribution +4. All good. Oh, looks more symmetrical now. With the Veil of Veronica and the loincloth of Jesus in place. Wow. Great. That is very good. She did well for us. Alright. Back at home. Good feast. Nope. Oh, look at that. They enjoyed it. They could barely keep their hands off each other. Well, that's good for them. And there we go. We're back to Josip. Well, I guess now we don't have to really look into him marrying, since he doesn't want to. So I guess that's fine. It's taking that decision away from us. I am drawn to a nearby church by the faint claps of worshippers as they besiege God for good fortune. Sorry. It has been some time since I have had an opportunity for prayer and reflection. What should I focus on in the years to come? Right. Okay, yeah, that is the question now. I mean, I said that before, right? So we don't really, like, he would not be believing. Maybe he's just cynical about practices of the church and so on. But I don't think that will much factor into his personal belief or how he acts personally. And I think he is concerned about some of these things, and he would pray. I'm not seeing him not praying. Because that would be something everyone did, right? So, yeah, what is he concerned about? The prosperity? The future of the house? I guess that's something that he worries about. Still, even though there are lots of sons now. Oh, look at that. Is this like a honeypot thing again? Where he's like, oh yeah, come over to Constantinople, and while you're here, we're going to attack you. Haha. Right. So that is the son of Romanos. Alright, I guess he cannot attack us, since his sister is still our hostage, right? Anyway, we will go to his coronation. And I guess we'll take the sea route again. That should be enough, right? Having captains. It starts in October and we will be there by July. So is there something else we can do in the meantime? Maybe we can do a little sightseeing. I guess that wouldn't be so bad. How about here? And then I guess we could have a mountaineer with us. Yeah, definitely go to Athens. Visa, what do we have here? A monastery. Yeah, we like monasteries. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that sounds alright for me. Still fine. You're still doing great. I guess then we can have a look at Thessaloniki. Go there. And there. And I guess from there it's back to the sea. And that should be fine. Right? A little sightseeing tour. There we go. Your Highness, my beneficiary Magdalene waves me over and with a wide grin as we just left. Gesturing towards a covered armor stand. I have toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. With a flourish, she rips the fabric covering away and my eyes grow wide. A wooden shield of masterful craftsmanship, constructed from sturdy maple planks and bound together with a rim of wrought iron. The edge is inlaid with boar tusk and painted with the images of mythological beasts. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Cheers. I'm gonna put that on the wall. There you go. Looks a bit... Doesn't look as advertised, but fine. I'll take it. Guess you can speed that up. So there we are. Going to see the Patras Castle, archaic acropolis of the city of Patras rising on a hill of the Vodias Mountains, was replaced by a fortification during the reign of Emperor Justinian. The castle has been uninterruptedly in use since then, always under the protection of the local patron St. Andrew and of the Genios Loci, Patrinella, the Roman statue of Maiden. Now we are visiting the Hexamilion. Constructed by the Emperor Theodosius to protect the Peloponnese, these walls have guarded the narrow entry point of the isthmus for centuries, stretching from the Gulf of Corinth to the Saronic, channeling trade, travelers, and hostile raids into choke points north and south. Good stuff. So yeah, I guess that's the one. And now we've visited Athens and the Temple of the Theotokos. The Holy Cross has long conquered this magnificent structure, vanquishing the pagan cult to the virgin goddess Athena. Nowadays it holds the shrines to Maria Parthenos, Mother of God and only virgin worthy of the name Holy. There we go. Visited Athens and the Acropolis. That's so beautifully done. Very beautifully done. Right, now we visited this monastery dedicated to the preservation of the relics of the Venerable Luke of Styris. The hermit monk, the holy remains are said to exude a miraculous oil and attract countless pilgrims who sleep by the tomb in order to be healed by incubation. The inner decoration is praised throughout the Eastern Mediterranean for its quality and lavishness, as the finest artists of the age, there we go, have enriched it with mosaics, icons, chandeliers, carvings, and cloths. Oh, very lavish. Children are learning. Oh, there we go. My vassal Jupan Udalrich greets me at court this morning. Eager with news on the tip of his tongue. My Krali, I believe that Basileus Konstantinos of the Byzantine Empire is almost convinced of the veracity of the most saintly life of Krali Josip. Oh, wow. He is aware of the tale and seems entirely enraptured by it, but is unconvinced of the truth behind it. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess we can persuade him. That is very interesting, though. So he is now endorsing this legend here, which makes it eligible for crossing into his territory, and that is huge for us. And it's very interesting, right? That he would do that, being like, given the fact that his own father, but he fought us, right? I don't think it was him that fought Josip, was it? It is interesting. It is interesting. It's something to keep in mind. Do we gift him something, by the way? I guess we can do that when we're there, right? That's an option. What would we do when we're there, by the way? Just bear witness? Or do we try to do something? Although I guess bearing witness is something that he does. That would be his wily nature. But then again, don't see much advantages he could make. I guess bearing witness is actually quite good for us to do. And now we've visited the Meteora. The natural caves and hollows of Meteora have been inhabited by ascetic hermits since the early 9th century, but no human-made buildings have ever altered the landscape. There we go. I guess we go more into the scholar perk path. I guess that's certainly helping us. We'll still windmills. We'll have communal government in 7 months. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, cupbearer is terrible. Oh, another perk. Wandering. I like that one here. We are traveling a lot, and I think he would be someone to prepare well for journeys. So now we are in Thessaloniki. Colossal domed building inspired by the Pantheon in Rome. Its interiors are decorated with mosaics of unique artistry and beauty, the golden tesserae shimmering in the sunlight coming from the oculus. The structure is connected by a colonnade to a massive marble arch built by the late Caesar Galerius. Oh, we got another one. Stewardship. Ah. Yeah, claim throne. Yes, we always like to be liked, but I don't think we need to be liked any more than we already are. Don't collect taxes much, but I guess the professional workforce here is something we could get behind. There you go. We visited Mount Athos. The arrival of a monk called Athanasios to Mount Athos sets into motion the foundation of several monasteries throughout the peninsula. First of all, Great Lavra and Vatopedi, both dedicated to the Annunciation. With proper monasteries, the local monastic life is given order and rules. That's good. And we are on our way to Constantinople. Again. We've been here before. He's a handsome young man, isn't he? Konstantinos XI. Only 18. Ooh. Time to see what trouble I may get into. I finally arrived at Constantinople for the coronation. These events shall place Basileus Konstantinos among the likes of Heraklios and Justinian. To rule the Romaioi as is to rule the world, and one can only hope that Basileus Konstantinos will meet the occasion. Okay. Oh, I guess he's liked well enough. Out in the courtyard, Ante and Prvaneg are happy at play, as all children should be. Among the usual chirps and rustling of God's creation are the happy laughs of children, and the world seems as it should. In a moment of peace, I even hear Prvaneg offhandedly call Ante's sister. Yeah, there's the seeds we're sowing. I'm very sorry for this. That's not how it's supposed to look like, I guess. Well, she is a widow, and that's where the thing comes from. Ah, okay, yeah, her arms are back to normal, because she's not a widow anymore. The gathering is as grand as expected. Faces familiar and foreign mingle, and I hear greetings just warm enough to be polite. When the host speaks, the room quiets out of instinct. My friends, my vassals, my kin, your presence honors me more than any crown could. Until the ceremony begins, eat, drink, speak freely, and know that I see each of you, and will not forget who stood here with me today. A kind promise, or a quiet warning, depending on how one chooses to hear it. Okay, let's take a look at what's happening. I stand at the threshold ready to lead... What is he doing in the background? He's like, to lead the coronation procession. When Megistos barges forward and scoffs, my service to the crown demands I take precedence. His rude challenge disturbs the sanctity of our preparations. I was going to lead the coronation procession? You know what? I don't think... like. His humble nature would not, like, he shouldn't be in that position. And maybe he doesn't wish to make himself a target to any of these guys here, right? So, okay. If you want it that much, then go ahead. Oh, a marriage marred by discord. He is marrying a low noble. Alright. Guests for the coronation of my acquaintance, Basileus Konstantinos XI, are pouring in, all giving minor oaths, thanks for their invitations and pledges of fealty or support. Soon it shall be my turn. Must I stand out from the crowd? Must I use my brief audience to convince the Basileus of my worthiness? I guess we find a good use for the shin. Just slap it in his face. There you go. How about that? I guess he liked it. Kralj Vojnomir. Konstantinos calls for me with a big smile. Next to him stands another guest, a lady that I'm not acquainted with, who's already drunk. This is Lady Anthusa. Basileus Konstantinos introduces her. I believe you two would find much common ground. The lords and ladies of the realm, perhaps. Nicopolis. The Nicopolis family. I guess she's also a generous person, so at least we have something to... But I think he doesn't like drunk people. So I guess he will do the polite cop-out here. I'm a friend to all. Or is he actually trying... Is his wily nature trying to gain something out of this? I think he'd rather befriend Konstantinos than him turning on him at some point. There he is! Lady Antonia points at our host, Konstantinos standing alone. Finally, this is our chance, Antonia insists. We are here to stand in witness and support his coronation. It is only fair that we get something in return. I think that's a good one. Let us be an example of peace to our people. Yes. We can always do with cultural understanding, given that we rule in lands that also have like Greek minorities. Don't think we have a majority anywhere, but minorities. As the light of the day wanes, I see Strategitissa Anna looking in my direction. With an acknowledging nod, she smiles and steps closer. A fine day it has been, wouldn't you say, Vojnomir? We must certainly thank God for these blessings. We, Orthodox, revere his teachings, she declares with pride, taking a deep breath before continuing her theological dissertation. Yeah, I guess he would not be taking kindly to that kind of thing. Or, I mean, maybe he would take that sincerely and having a sincere theological debate if someone approaches him like that. So there we go. How did this end, by the way? Oh. Claudia is our regent, by the way. That's interesting. And she just gave us some money. Oh, that's nice of her. Konstantinos takes a second to observe the crowd, rearranging his shirt. The voices of the courtiers have become as constant as the chirping of birds, and I have no doubt that Tourmachis Prokopios intends to join them. Good Kralj, he says, sliding up to me. May I be so bold as to ask what are your thoughts on the celebration? I have no doubt that Basileus Konstantinos' rule will be one of love and justice. Yeah, again, the cozying up continues. We think that this is a great day for the people. I guess we do get along. He's generous and chaste. I mean, we're not generous, we're profligate. There's a difference, but at least we understand the concept. All preparations are complete. The great ceremonial assembly now waits in the Hagia Sophia, the place of God's holy wisdom. To cheers and exaltation, Basileus Konstantinos' procession parts the crowd, and my retinue follows in our honorary place, not the first place. Horns ring out, banners stream forth in bold Byzantine colors. Peasants praise the Basileus, and women weep in ecstasy at this glorious parade. Good stuff. The people like him. I guess what follows is something I don't need to read out loud because it happens basically the same thing every time. Here's the meeting with the church and the representatives of the nobility. Now he is anointed. This assumes the role of the prophet Samuel for this Byzantine king David. Okay, that's how they handle it. All right. Right, now he's crowned with a monomachos crown. Okay. And on earth, peace. There we go. Konstantinos stands by himself in front of the crowd as all await his oath. My rule will be remembered by those who come after as the start of a golden age for the Byzantine Empire. Well, yeah. Let's see if he can live up to that. At least there's no declaration of war or anything. The formalities have ended, and with them the stillness that held the gathering in place. A few murmurs rise as the host stands again, this time to remark the end of ceremony and the start of something more relaxed. Right. By the way, he is credulous. And I guess that plays into him being interested in the holy life of Kralj Josip. Right? He is not someone who would just go with his own beliefs for the sake of it, but rather he wants to believe in a cause. And Josip certainly was a very impressive ruler, right? Fought successfully against the Byzantines. Your Highness, Strategos Neophytos of Cappadocia. A distinct odor following him to my table. You must meet this most interesting man. He has brought wondrously floral cakes of hashish. Hashish, eh? Yeah. Again, I don't think he likes that idea very much of not being able to control himself or being, like, in full control of the things around him. Konstantinos announced a slight delay to the serving of the food, and she's making a fool of herself. Yeah. Kralj Vojnomir, my acquaintance Strategos Gerasimos calls my name. My dear kinswoman Ante speaks fondly of you, he proudly says, taking a sip of his spiced wine. I have been looking forward to feasting with you. Oh, there we go. Oh, we can even go for an alliance? Oh, well, he's half dead. So I guess not. Yeah, I guess we'll just say I've equally fond words for her. She's been a very good hostage. Very well mannered. Unconcerned with any etiquette, Basileus Konstantinos slaps me on the back. Oh dear, I mean it, he exclaims. Oh, anything you ask of me, anything at all. Ask me and it is done. I can smell the alcohol on his breath, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. Oh dear. Oh, this is almost too good to be true, right? Getting a favor hook on the Basileus, but then again, what could we do with that? Do we even want that? What would we use it for? I guess nothing at this moment. I mean, yeah, it's the sister. And if we want to continue on that path here, I mean, I guess marrying Josip is out of the question. But maybe she could marry, Prvaneg. I guess I will hold him to it, being wily and all. Like, oh, yeah, you never know where you can use a favor with the Basileus. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Strategos and Nikephoros. Okay. Ah. I guess people like Voinomir. He's good company. I know what I said. I just don't understand. Okay, there we go. She had a lovely chest on display in the courtroom. I guess in these cases, yeah, he's like, okay, yeah. You don't get it, you won't. I'm not going to repeat it for you. And it is finished. Actually, he did very well. Impressive coronation. 4,000 prestige. Jesus Christ. Good for him. And we have a hook on him. Yeah. Well, I guess, sadly, he's already married. We could have tried to hook him up with one of our daughters. That's a bad way of phrasing it, sorry. Vitomir. What else do I need? I guess it's time for him to go as cupbearer. Lazar. Can we... Oh, he's not Catholic. I guess we demand a conversion, then put him into a monastery. There you go. And now you can go into the monastery in peace. Yeah, I'm sure you serve God well. Anyway, that's still looking good. Another inspired person. Bow inspiration. Yakoslava, considered a master by peers. Do we need a bow? Not terribly, right? By the way, can we sell anything, by the way? I think I'm going to sell it now. Because I'm not sure what I want to do with it, and I don't want to... You know... want to repair it at some point. Going back home by ship. Wah, colliding with this galley. Ah, my friend died. Converted from Bavarian to Swabian. Oh. Right. Prvaneg has learned Italian. Oh, with the derelict ship. I think we can investigate. But we find nothing. And Josip has learned the language as well. Oh, she doesn't have a guardian. No one really ideal for that, really, here. I guess you could do with her. How about the other daughter? Oh, she also doesn't have a guardian. Jesus Christ, what have I been doing? Not taking care. I mean, it's not that bad, because when they don't have a guardian, they just learn from... the court tutor. The courtyard is filled with the familiar sounds of running and screaming as the children of court partake in their play. Despite the noise, it is oddly peaceful until the pained shrieks of Ante summon me to intervene. Stop it! Stop it! Voinomir, Krešimira keeps hitting me! She's 8 and you're 14. Right? Encourage her to defend herself. Yeah. I guess this is what he thinks he should do. Even he gets stressed for being a patriarch. Or just tell her to stop being a bully. Yeah, I think he doesn't like bullies very much, would he? He's not a bully himself. Or rather, like him. Not a direct bully. Yeah. Stop being a bully. Do we still... oh yeah, we encourage competition. Maybe we should promote friendship instead. Let's do that. By the way, we do have some money. Could go for one building here in Stari Trgovište. What do we do? I guess the monastery is attracting pilgrims and such, so it would be nice to have some quarters for them. So how's our legend doing? 68. Okay. Yeah, we're not even near the territory here. Ah, our tutor is dead. We give that to Neda again. She would not do that personally, but rather she would be the one responsible for hiring tutors at court. I do have a bit of money. Is there anything we can do here? No, we can't upgrade, right? We found that out before. That is a bit sad. Oh yeah, Machwa. Alright, yeah, that's not ours anymore. Prvaneg. Temperate, fickle, and calm. A charming boy who, yeah, I guess isn't ruler material. At least not in Voinomir's mind. I guess that fickle nature, that would be off-putting for him. Oh, Dalmatian language. He didn't know Dalmatian language then. Yeah, learn it, boy. Please do. Draško Jelic. Alright, okay, yeah, that was him. The Sicilian frontier, imperiality. A frontier like Sicily, situated at the crossroads of civilizations, attracts the attention of outsiders like bees to honey. For years, distant realms from across the Mediterranean competed militarily, politically, religiously, and economically to control this wondrous, beautiful, and lucrative land. Byzantium has emerged as the most powerful force in Sicily, and the regional ruling class, that is, the local elite, has origins in, or at least close ties to that world. One could say that this frontier has been tamed under such imperiality, for now. Yet this is a hollow dominance, for the region is drained of resources and vitality, and underneath this veneer of stability is the unpredictable, capricious nature of the frontier. It is not implausible that one day, whether through attacks by ravenous outsiders, internal squabbling, or both, that the frontier of Sicily will emerge as the fateful arena of the Mediterranean once more. I see. But yeah, so for now, so you see here, Sicily is firmly in the hands of the Byzantines, if not for Sheikh Nasib here, still holding on. Oh, there we go. Matters of the divine, usually a source of unity, have instead caused a significant rift between Schwaniger and Stefania. Now they have come before me, demanding that I arbitrate their deeply personal theological dispute. A traveling preacher has arrived, claiming to have had a holy vision that concerns my future and the fate of the realm. Schwaniger hangs on every single word, believing it to be true message from the divine. Stefania simply rolls their eyes, calling him a charlatan looking for coin and a warm bed. Kind of like even... Would he lean into saying, no, respect that person? Because, again, cynical, but wily, and knowing that such thing can be fostered in order to reflect well on him, right? So I guess he says, hey, you should have some respect for that, because it's actually something that's valuable to have. 71. Yeah, I guess I will just go for 100. I will have a look at it at the time. There we go. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child but as an adult. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Josip has done well in his studies of war and combat. He has shown great aptitude to both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day, I'm sure. Alright. There we go. A skilled tactician. It's probably not what many of you wanted, right? Yeah, I guess the university thing. I did not do that. But again, yeah, it's not really university. Resentful. Consumed by gnawing hunger for what others possess. Is convinced the world conspires to deny. He's... we named him Josip, right? Yeah, certainly fits the name. Given that his dead uncle that he never met, but grew up on the legends of him, yeah, that is very much a Josip thing. He is convinced the world conspires to deny him his rightful due, and this bitter delusion leads to unpredictable moods and strange behavior. Okay. Oh well, I guess that's him. We can hold court. Let's do that. My Krali, my niece Banica Diminica takes the floor. I have an idea to improve taxation. You could send surveyors to question your subjects about every property, its name, owner, extension and value, and how many people and animals live there. Please, my Krali, allow me to oversee the matter. Your Seneschal Vitomir speaks up. Okay. And I can't, there's usually the option here where you would say, yeah, let's do it. Maybe because I don't have enough treasury, but that's a bit weird. I mean, each of your vessels pays 15 to you. If that is what they're doing here, I mean, I don't want to say, nah, just go home. Okay, I guess we do it this time. Ooh! That was actually quite nice. Okay. Well done, everyone. Okay, I guess people don't like me now, but yeah, whatever. I think they like me well enough still. The woman in front of me seems to come from very far away, judging from the exotic attire and the nature of the gifts she brings. Gold, ivory, salt. As the last offering walks through the door, however, all my rational thoughts grind to a halt. What in the name of Jesus is that animal? I can only describe it as a giant spotted horse with a long neck. Good Krali, I bring gifts from the land of Alodia, including this majestic animal we call a giraffe. Please accept the humble homages of my lord. Okay. Why don't you stay instead? Don't think we need her. No, I guess, yeah, we gain stress because we're humble, but that is a nice thing to do, right? Giving us a gift. And I guess we'll just take it. The woman who approaches my throne is clearly a commoner. My Krali, she begins her speech, I represent the local community of Cetina. In the last few months, our cemeteries have been plagued with the disappearances of bodies. All had been dug up and left no trace. At first we feared wild animals or obscure powers at work. But then your own personal physician, Stefania, was caught red-handed, hauling the dead away for her experiments. Please, put a stop to this blasphemy. Yeah. No, that sounds weird for him to say. Like, he wouldn't relish in it. Or I would just tell her to cut it off. That's the rational thing to do. If he sees that the people are upset about this, yeah, then like he's all about learning and all these things, but not to a point where he would deliberately upset people over it. So, yeah, just cut it off. It's fine. You can study on the living, you know? That's somehow worse, but never mind. Even more money now. What do we do with it? So the problem that I have is that, we can actually update the trade ports. That's something that we can do then. Yeah, the problem is that since they are Dalmatian, and the Dalmatians, they have no real leader of their culture, it takes longer for them to come up with things. So that's a bit of a problem. Three of my most diligent counselors, Stanko, Dragos, and Diminica, have approached me with a series of plans for improving the realm. They speak of the need for constant work and investment to ensure our continued prosperity. They suggest a program to encourage land reclamation, offering grants and tax breaks to those who would drain marshes and clear forests. This would turn unproductive land into valuable farmland, feeding our growing population. I think that sounds fine. So I will lose money, and every direct vassal will lose gold as well. Right? That's something to keep in mind. She will be fine with it. He too, probably. He as well. Okay. Well, it sounds very reasonable. So, yeah, let's do that. Means we have to put some money back in our treasury, but that's fine. We have enough. Oh. She didn't like that. I guess she's at 100 now, so yeah. We explain that to our personal physician. This is why we did that, Stefania. I hope you see the wisdom in this. Theoretically I could station one over there, but I'm going to give it away in a moment anyway. Do I want to do that, by the way? Give this to Josip. My children, Prvaneg and Chica, approach me with a chart they have drawn up. Father, Prvaneg says, we have identified an inefficient system that needs to be optimized. They have decided that their arguments over who gets to use the training dummy are unproductive. They've created a formal sign-up sheet with timed slots to ensure fair and equitable access for all the youths in the keep. That sounds totally unnecessary, but something that I think Bohemia gets behind. It's like, that sounds really good, kids. Keep it up. And more money down the drain. There we go. I have arrived in Split seeking your confirmation of my continued appointment as Banica of the Banovina of Croatia. Mechthild has come to us, and of course we arranged the ceremony. There we go. Govern well, my niece. It's good to see Josep so dedicated as of late towards his duties and responsibilities as the future ruler of Illyria. He attends court, meets with my council to keep up to date on the Kraljević's affairs, and even tours the countryside regularly to stay abreast of commoners' concerns. It's all I can do to convince him to take a break. Oh, good for him. I guess, yeah, we should keep him at court, because then he continues to advance in the air and training trade. And that's something that he definitely wants. That Bohemia wants for Josip. definitely. And I guess then really, if when Prvaneg comes of age, like we can think about him marrying and taking over Machva. Should he marry a Šubić? He's a bit older than him, but not that much older. Not out of the question older. And I guess that would reflect their standing in the realm. The brother is also the Ban of Sirmia, that is just north of Machva. Let's go for it. Let's see if they fit. Okay, the switcheroos happen again. Ah, right, now that he... By the way... promote. There we go. Mm-hmm. A wedding at court. Pondering of Kralj. Okay. I guess he could do that. Ah, there we are. The Illyrian treasury. Of course, as we do see, we are not doing well, right? So let's I guess from a number of options keep the allocations the same. I trust the judgment in the matter. Salary favoring military. I guess that is the current. I guess we could even do that. And that for some reason gives us some better treasury options here as well. Yeah, because we are at peacetime and we're not expecting wars. I guess this is fine. Alright, Dobrica has arrived. That's the same text here, so I won't read it out. Oh, later that night, Dobrica came to speak to me privately. I truly do wish to marry your son, my lord. What I fear is that he might not wish to marry me. So why come to me? I asked. Because I wish your support. The maiden was clearly nervous, but I could see her steeling herself as we spoke. Prvaneg trusts your judgment. You are his father. If you were to support my cause tomorrow, maybe... I suspect the maiden overestimates the effort of my good opinion of Prvaneg, but perhaps she is right. Yeah, I will support. So, there we go. Nervous, and Prvaneg is actually beaming brightly at Dobrica. So yeah, maybe she wasn't even... There we go again. Prvaneg seemed eager enough at first. They toured the castle and the surrounding lands. Prvaneg explained the history of everything to her with great interest and detail. Too much perhaps, such was his eagerness. She, however, clearly did not feel the same. I'm told she sometimes appeared bored and others resentful. What was that about? This did not improve as the day wore on. By the time the sun set, it was already clear this was no match. Now, that's a very weird thing to do, right? She came to me saying that she needed help, and she was like, I don't like him. Was that some kind of setup? Just to humiliate Voinemir and Prvaneg? If so, that is nasty. You don't do this, Šubić guys. No, I don't think so. Maybe she was just confused about what she wanted. Found out that she did not actually she did not want what she thought she wanted. And that was that. I guess he is open-minded. Makes sense. Oh yeah, I guess I'll have this go up to 10. Then we would have 100%. At least in theory. Don't know if it adds up to 100. Most of these kind of max out at 95. But there we go. He was promoted with success, and that means he, gets more appointment score. That's right. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. He is in first place. Good. And that's now a comfortable first place, I think. I guess what we could do is, like, even putting some major contribution in there. That's only 219 in the end, right? Oh, by the way. Finally, we get to upgrade this. Oh, wow. So what we're currently at 2, and we can get to 3. Ah, come on, let's do it. Ta-da! There we are. Yeah, I guess he's now in line to a lot of things. Yeah. Ah, expectations. You're always there for me, and I hope you know that I am grateful. My hostage Ante approaches me in a rare moment of contemplation. Yeah, I guess he could say, I want a favor from you as well. But I think that is more important to him. I guess he genuinely likes her now, right? They've grown closer over the past years, and she's been there, like, from when she was a very young child, right? So, no, that's just what it means to be a guardian. Like, he would not be cynical about something like this. Right. She would offer me him, Gerhard. Her caravan master. Are you sure you want to give him away? It's also a bit hard-headed, and I don't like that in people. I think I will politely decline, even though he is a good fighter. Oh yeah, we still... I mean, he's still young, right? He's 25. Oh, we have deer. We have more deer. Oh dear, more deer. Can we actually marry him off to someone from court? Maybe Magdalene here. She was good in creating that shield. There we go. Right, and what do I do about Prvaneg? Within the last year. Try again next year. Hey, that's the last time we try, then we just, you know, have him marry. You will just have to do it. And what's that? Count Rüdiger's Hunt. That is up there, right? Yes. I guess Mountaineer is fine. Maybe we could, yeah, going back, we could visit Zagreb. Sounds nice. Alright. Voinomir is a man on the move. He knows it's important to be seen around the realm. So, we'd always use these kind of opportunities. And did they just build this, or was it there all along? I don't think so, right? Saint Mark's of Zagreb. Oh wow, +2 holding tax. Constructed with the help of Italian and German artisans, the Church of Saint Mark towers over the rest of the city. Its Romanesque plan is embellished with Gothic additions, and its portals and walls richly painted with biblical stories. Bit early for Gothic architecture, I reckon. But fine. Soon, Mardan assembles the party. That's him. Mardan von City. My acquaintance Otakar is crouched down on the ground, humming cheerfully, picking narcissuses. Oh, there you go again. But then again, he's like, yeah, he is practical in these matters. I think he could take some herbs that Stefania could use. Ah, and now our son is actually our regent. It's a lovely day for a hunt, which means it's a nice day to be outside. As I fill my lungs with the freshness of the wilderness, I spot in the distance what can only be a gift from or nature's dedication to Jesus. We had that before. I I guess he's picking flowers again. What do I actually do with them? I don't do anything with them, though. Maybe that's something to give as a gift. Maybe when our children marry, we can give that to them. Maybe for our daughters as a kind of substitute for dowry. Aw, damn thing is gone. Probably because of me. Because I kept picking flowers. And herbs. Heeding the call of the wild is an adventure, and this outing delivered the good and the bad in abundance. Odilo gathers the disappointed party and exhausts the hounds for the trip home. Well, I guess. Can't win them all. Can't hunt them all. A touch of romance. The latest work of my wife, Kraljica Kumica, has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with feelings of love and romance, and Kumica has publicly dedicated it to me. Oh, a simple autumn in my chest. That scrumptious man who charms me so, to which my fealty I eternally owe. Although perhaps he'll break my heart yet, but at least his memory I'll never forget. Oh, is that a very passive-aggressive reminder that she wants me to visit her? I think it is heartfelt. And I guess what we could do is after Zagreb we go down and visit her. The Moor River gold. The Moor River glitters in the afternoon sun as your party follows its banks through the Styrian lowlands. Ahead, a cluster of ragged figures crouch in the shallows. I think we had that before. Yeah, I guess we did that before, assessing what they have. Well, I guess we should not go back by sea then. Oh no, I did not mean to do that anyway. I wanted to say I want to go to her place. There we go. Studying the constellations. What are you doing? I asked Stefania. I found it hard to fall asleep tonight, perhaps because traveling has disturbed my body's normal routine, so I stepped out into the campfire. Stefania was awake as well, despite not having night watch duty at that moment, so I had sat down next to her. With a contemplative look on her face, Stefania points at the night sky and smiles. The stars. Sometimes I look to just stare at them. Magnificent, aren't they? I thank God I can witness such wonders every day. I'm sure you recognize some of the constellations. Oh, yes. Is that constellation the sash of Jesus? Asking. There you go. Right, now we finally visit the cathedral. We came across ancient ruins in Zagreb, which weren't the most spectacular out there, I'm sure, and they weren't that large, so we couldn't camp there. Yet even so, they were quite something to see. My entourage and I had been rather bored from the day's travel on the dreary road, so these ruins gave us something to talk about. Among other topics, we eagerly speculated on why the ancients built the ruins, or which ancients inhabited it, for that matter, and what it must have looked like in its heyday. Yeah, nice. Doom, 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 doom. Right. My love, I'm coming. Proverbially. Literally, I guess, too, in a moment. The inn we stayed at in Gatska last night was a surprisingly wonderful place. I don't know what the inn or its staff did right, but something about the inn allowed most of us to sleep through the night so peacefully. This morning there are smiles on the face of many of my entourage as we prepare to leave. Oh, that was nice. Wait, so while I'm still here, yeah, I guess I can make love to her. There we go. That's what you wanted, right? She greets me courteously with a ringing voice, and while I'm overwhelmed with respect and adoration. Oh, there we go. And we're leaving. I just came over for a quick shag. Now we're just like, yeah. Lovely poem, by the way. Bye-bye, wife. As you travel through the plains of Park Island, you come across a group of local shepherds tending to their flocks. The island is known for its unique cheese made from the milk of sheep that graze on the aromatic wild herbs that grow here. Do we compare cheeses? I can't eat cheese. That's a very weird thing to say. Oh yeah, right. I always forget about his like profligate nature in these things, right? And I guess while we do not like to spend money on alcohol, I appreciate the offer. I'm not hungry, but I'd love to buy some for the road. You know what? Every now and then you can do such a thing. Okay. There we have it. That's it. Cheese. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I am Braslav of Gatska. I have bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly, all those fights were dull. So here I am on this road, looking for someone better than me. Someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant. And so on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. Okay. Alright. I guess Johannes will show you how it's done. And he did. There we go. The children are once more at play in the courtyard, and today they are engaged with their toy swords. Ante seems relentless with the other children, taking several of them at a time and besting them with ease. Among the usual screams of play, my ears suddenly perk up as she screams, "Prayer, honor, and trust, scum!" Oh, we lose so much renown over that. And that one relieves us of stress because we're the patriarch. Yeah, I guess I did say he's the curator of his family. Of the legacy of his family. So maybe that would not ring the right way with him. Like, even if he considers her a friend, maybe that's where he would draw the line in the end. Like, she's not blood. And that is, I guess, something for him that he would still distinguish. Unlike, as we know, with Josip, who embraced it in the end. I guess he would think differently about that. So, no. These words are for Gušić only. At the foot of a particularly imposing hill fort in Lika, a group of children play at warriors, their laughter counterpoint to the solemnity of the stone. Yeah. Is he trying to charm them? I guess, yeah, we do see. He finds it a bit funny. So there we go. And we have child scouts. Great. As you traverse the hilly landscape of Dalmatia, you come across a group of local fisher folk training cormorants by the shore. This unusual method of fishing, where the birds are trained to dive and catch fish, is a sight to behold. Andialko, the leader of the fisher folk, notices your interest and invites you and your party to watch the training session. He assures you that if the training goes well, you will be rewarded with fresh fish. However, the activity could attract unwanted attention due to its unique nature. Again, we are a Kralj. We don't do fishing. But again, there we go. Watching is alright. There we are. Yeah, he is very popular, right, with the people. Seen as a very good Kralj. Probably also because he does not, endanger the people. He does not go into wars. He cares for people when there's plagues around. So yeah, I guess all of these things make him very popular. Good King, good Kralj Wojnomir, right? That's probably something they would call him. Oh, and as we do see, we are getting poor in health, even though we have all of these traits. So it was very good of us to actually go down that route. So might have died much earlier then. And there we go. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. That is our son, Prvaneg. I think it's finally time we just found him a wife, right? That's can't go on like that forever. Question is now who? And as you do see again, that's like, there's not really... I'm not looking at this and being like, oh yes, that one. Welf. Wondering at this point not even landed anymore. Is there anything? No, nothing really. Not even something that would give us an alliance. There is a Trpimirović out there. She is a bleeder though. Now the question is, would that be something that he would be concerned about? And I guess there are others. There's Franica as well. And she would be alright. Yeah, that sounds good to me. That sounds very good to me, actually. There we go. I've gotten an idea in my attempts to align Stefania to my interests. Perhaps I could argue that it is in the interest of all Orthodoxes to support me more than any other Catholic ruler. Okay, what's that about? Ah, right, okay, yeah, I'm still... I guess. Yeah, I guess he likes to debate a little. I guess we don't need to do that anymore, though. There you go. Right, so what I will do is give Machva to Prvaneg. There we go. Right. I guess we can arrange an introduction for him. What about her? Why is she so angry? Medium governor's salary reduction. Why? What did we reduce? We did not reduce anything. They can sway her a little. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, still friends with Prvaneg. Should we do that? Should we go for arranging that introduction? I guess there's really nothing much better than I can do for him. Right? Arpad, yeah, fine, I guess. Way too old. No one here really where I would say, yes, we definitely need to go for her. Marksmith von Schudi. Madonna, I guess what I would like is to have that connection here, that he would be able to marry Ante, but how do we achieve that? How? Well, we are friends. If I let her go, maybe she will come back. If I invite her back, because they're friends. It's just a risk we can take. My vassal, Jupan Ulrich, greets me at court this morning again with news on the tip of his tongue. Ah, the king of Hungary. Don't know why I pronounce it like that. Hungary! Ahoy! Perhaps he could be persuaded. Crikey. Sorry for that. How's the legend going? You know what? I will at this point I will speed it up again. I will try to speed it up. Costs us a lot, but I will try. Oh, and there's King Sviatoslav's coronation. It's nice, right? Of the Bohemians. In this case, the Polish. Ah, right, yeah. I think we already had a Polish in Dobisław. Yeah. Polish king in Bohemia. Very interesting. And we haven't been there before. Maybe we can even reroute and take a look at Poland before we do. Sounds like a good idea to me. There you go. And going back, we can take a look at the capital. Don't think we need to go here, right? What is that? The hot springs. Maybe just a little indulgent. There you go. Self-indulgent. Oh, is that a mining settlement? I guess that's interesting for us as well. Given that we have so many mining opportunities in our lands as well. Right. There we go. We're on the road again. There he is, back to being regent. Good for him. Our daughter's doing. Chica and Krešimira. Oh, he's a little craven. A commanding craven. A bossy craven. Don't know how that works, but she does it. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. That's something. So he has just conquered Benevento from the Pope. Ooh. I guess I should also pin him. Pin. Abbondio. Oh yeah. There we go. Right. There it is. No. I will always be your uncle, right? We follow this path now. He will not consider her a child. No. I will always be your uncle. That is how the two of us manage. And I hope, and I guess when we come back, that is something I will do. And then he loses opinion. I don't want that either. I mean, for roleplay purposes, I don't like to do this while I'm away, right? So in this case, I will just prolong it. Yeah, it has been so long now since Ante first came to court and I became her uncle. Now, seeing her as an adult, I feel a familial bond with her, as if we were one blood. Ante kneels before me in court and pledges her eternal loyalty to me as a favorite uncle. Good. Then again, I'm also... I forgot about this almost. He is in poor health. Oh, wait a second. I can nibble on the cheese. See? That's good for me. Oh, the macabre scarecrow of Krakow. Well, I guess we would show him mercy. And, but I guess that is that. I don't need a reward, by the way. No. That's fine. Okay, so we visited Krakow, where King Vratislav... So, the Czechs have a Polish king, and the Polish have a Czech king. I guess it works out for them. In the end. Fine. I will not question it. I guess at the start of the next episode, I can have a little rundown of how the other realms are faring in Europe. Because I think there's quite some anomalies there. Czech king in Poland. Polish king in Czechia. Great stuff. Okay, so we have arrived. Oh, that's not looking good for him. I guess we'll just bear witness again. That has worked well for us before. Yeah, they do seem a bit skeptical. She's pregnant and skeptical. Duke, good for her. Oh. Oh! Revoked? Revoked Kumica's... Oh, in that case I will ask her back home, of course, yeah. Okay. That wasn't very nice. I think the shoe bitches are starting to act up, aren't they? Yeah, I guess in that case I'm going to be like, I'm a friend to all. By the way, perk, perk, perk. Different faith opinion. Scordy circles. No, I guess I'm going down that route. Betrothed can marry. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, that is the one I always like to choose here. Having some better relations with the cultures around us. Guests for the coronation of my acquaintance, King Sviatoslav, are pouring in. And what will I do? I guess I can give him the modest gemstone. Just gotten rid of it. Now we're nibbling at cheese. That's what we are now. We're a cheese man. On the gemstone, we are a cheese man. Good Krali. I turn around to find King Sviatoslav next to a nervous woman. You know that I cherish you, and it would bring me great joy to help you. Here, I offer you the first and best of my women. The first of his women? What does that even mean? Oh, Sian, my well-accomplished courtier. May this serve as the start of a friendship between our houses. And that's a low-born French person. I'm not... Is he mad? No. Apparently not. So I think he would take this as some kind of... Is this a kind of bait thing? Is he testing me? I guess I'll just go with the very generous of you. Thank you. Oh, yes, they love each other. Good stuff. Yeah, good choice. Well done, me. Well done, Voinomir. Queen Yolanda intends to join them. All right, she is she's his wife. The wife with the long face. Yeah, I guess in that case I would like yeah, long may he reign. Doop 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 doop. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm way over time. I just found out because I did 2 videos, right? That's why I thought I was still... Anyways, I will slice them together and then upload, and we'll see what happens next time. I'll guess we will end the coronation thing here, go back home, and then see if somehow we can arrange the marriage between our son and our hostage. And I guess I'll see you then. So, yeah, cheers. Bye-bye.